परिश्रमवाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि वृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। यश्रेयोभिलषत्यवाप्तुमनघः मोक्षात्मकं धीमता तेनार्थेषु गृहेषु बन्धुषु सुतभ्रात्रङ्गनासु क्वचित् उद्यानेषु रथेषु भूमिषु तनौ स्वर्गोपभोगेष्वपि प्रीत्याशे अविधाय शान्तमनसा शुश्रूषणीयो गुरुः। स्त्रीपुत्रार्थगृहादिसंसृतिमयः प्रेयः फलैकाश्रया विद्या मार्गविलक्षणो लसति सः श्रेयोदविद्यापथः। भ्रान्ताः पण्डितमानिनो गतिभृतो विद्यापथेन्धाश्रयाः कूपेन्धा इव संस्कृतो परिपदन्त्यन्ये पुरं ब्रह्मणः। लोकोऽयं पशुपुत्रगेहधरणी धान्यादिरूपोऽस्ति तद्भिन्नः कोऽपि परो न चास्ति ततः तल्लाभवाञ्छा वृथा। नष्टं देहमयं प्रति स्वपितरं वित्तादिनाश्यन्न तद् प्राज्ञेनेत्यभिमन्यते यमवशं यात्यप्यविद्यावशः। विद्यामार्गमुपैति कोऽपि पुरुषः प्रक्षीणपापो रमा रामानुग्रहतो यतोऽयममृतः श्रोतुं प्रवक्तुं नृणाम्। ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुमपि प्रदुर्लभतरः प्रोक्तोऽप्यसम्यग्विदाः न ज्ञेयो बहुचिन्तयाप्यनुतरः अतर्क्यो यदात्मा परः। वेदान्तप्रतिपादितात्मविषया नैवापनेयामतिः तर्केणाप्यसमीरणेन च बुधा विष्णुप्रसादादिता। प्राप्त्यैनामपि हन्तमृत्युरपि चित्वाग्निमापत्पदम् यां यां स्वर्गमतो न कामविषयो भूयाद्विपश्चित् क्वचित्। तं दुर्दर्शमनुप्रविष्टममलं गूढं गुहायां स्थितम् रत्नं गह्वरगं जहादिकुशलः ज्ञात्वा तु हर्षं शुचम्। श्रुत्वा ब्रह्मगुरोर्मुखादनुतरं धर्म्यं पृथक्कृत्य तत् स्वाङ्गादेर्ममनादिना धीरेण सह. So we were looking at the commentary of this verse. This verse 19. Tam durdarshamanu gudham guhayam sthitam. So we looked halfway through. So we stopped at a point where Ramaraya starts a sort of independent discussion. So having explained the content of the verse, of course the content always, as you might have noticed, he expresses the import of that verse by following what is known as Anvaya Krama. So this is the standard practice that many people do, and this has been nicely stated by one of the famous commentators, Mallinatha. So Mallinatha, how a commentary has to be written, so he brilliantly brings it in a small verse. At the beginning of Meghaduta commentary, he says, Ihanvayakrameniva Ihanvayamukhenaiva sarvam vyakhyayate maya. Iha anvayamukhenaiva means, so in the order of sarvam vyakhyayate maya. This is the first half. The second half is very important. Namulam likhyate kinchit nanapekshitam uchyate. Namulam likhyate kinchit nanapekshitam uchyate. So these two things are very, very important in communication. Na amulam likhyate kinchit. I am not writing anything which does not have a sound basis in the scriptures. Amulam means which does not have any root. So I don't pull something out of my hat. This is what it means. Namulam likhyate kinchit. And he also promises nanapekshitam uchyate. Apekshitam is something which is relevant in that particular context for you to understand it thoroughly. So this is what is called apekshitam. Apekshitam means, though it may not be stated here explicitly, but something which may be essential for driving in the point. So I will try to introduce that. So anapekshitam means that which is irrelevant. So I don't say anything which is irrelevant. I do not say anything without any basis. So this is how my commentary is structured. So this is the promise that he makes. Now, why am I saying this? I am saying this because this Ramaraya commences some independent discussion after completing this verse. The verse commentary in the prose order is done. So after that he starts some independent discussion. Why is he doing that? So this has its basis in the mantra which we just touched upon in the previous class. So the mantra is Anyatra dharmad anyatra dharmat anyatra asmat krita kritat anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha yattat pashyasi tadvada. This is the question of Nachiketa to Yama. This is the most important question. So Yama gives the boon to Nachiketa to ask for 3 varas. So 3 varas. Tasmat prati trin varan vrinishva. This is what he says. Now, having asked 2 varas, he poses this as the 3rd vara. Anyatra dharmad anyatra dharmat. So we will come to that in a minute. But before that, in the last class, somebody was asking this question. No? At the end of the class, there was a discussion. So I told about this different meanings of Guru Shabda. So let me just finish that. So I told that this Guru Shabda has 5 different meanings. Gurustu Gishpatau Shresthe Gurau Pitari Durbhare. Gishpatau Shresthe Gurau Pitari Durbhare. Okay, durbhara is something which is extremely difficult to bear with. Okay, suppose somebody keeps some 50 kg sack on your head. Okay. Somehow you have to walk. Okay. Everywhere there is water. So what will you do? So somehow you will manage. That is what is called durbhara. Okay, Gurau, Pitari, Durbhare. It can be a physical strain, it can be a mental strain. Both are referred to as Durbhara. Now, the question that was posed to me was, how do you get the form Gishpati? Gishpati. I said I may have to look into Sutra, I don't remember. See, this basically gets formed from two words. One is Gir, the other is Patihi. How do you understand the meaning of this term? Giram Patihi, Gishpatihi. Okay. So Gihi, Girao, Giraha. The Pratipadika is Gir. So now Gir Patihi is the form that you have. But then this Gir will become long and it will take the form Gir. Then you will have Patihi added to that. There is a sutra. You repeat the sutra. Idudupadhasya cha pratyayasya.
Idudupadhasya cha
pratyayasya. There are two words. Idudupadhasya.
Idudupadhasya.
Idudupadhasya. Apratyayasya. Pratyayasya. There are three words. Idudupadhasya cha apratyayasya. This is how the sutra. Now, Idudupadhasya, it's a little difficult to understand that. Id ut upadhasya. This is how you have to understand. Id basically refers to short E form. E. If you want to say, technically there will be tagging some takara to that. Okay. Taparastat kalasya. This is the sutra. Okay. So E means only short E. You cannot take long E. This is what it means. Similarly, ut when you say, you have to understand only U, short U. Okay, Guru. That is how you have to understand. Okay, so you cannot think of long U. Okay. Suppose you say Uru Bhangaha. U. That U cannot be taken. Only U, short U. If this happen, if these two aksharas happen to be upadha, idudupadhasya means if it or ut happens to be the upadha. What is upadha? So if you consider a word, the penultimate vowel is called upadha. Okay, alontya upadha. This is the sutra. So it is a technical term, samnya shabda. Suppose I say Guru. What is upadha? Ra. See. So this alontyaha. Okay, upadha. Now this in the word gir that you have. So what is upadha? That ir is dropped, and what we have is e. Okay. So what we have is e. So since this gir happens to be idupadha shabda, idupadha shabda. Okay. So it has short e as the penultimate vowel in this. Okay. So this idudupadhasya apratyayasya, if this happens to be not a part of pratyaya, that visarga, that will take visarga, gir will become gis, and then that visarga, what will happen is, it takes sha as the form. So sha is the adesha instead of this. So gishpatihi. So gi will become gi, and then that ir will become visarga, and the visarga will be replaced by sha, and therefore gish pati. This is the formation of the word. Okay, so we will not get into this furthermore. So this is an interesting thing. So in fact, there are so many words that we will be commonly using. See, in fact, dushkaram. See, dushkaram kritavan Ramaha. Hanuman says, very interesting. Dushkaram kritavan Ramaha hino yadanaya prabhu dharayatyatmano deham na dukkhe navasidati. So dushkaram. So what happens here? Dush we have. See, dush. So that ish, dus will become dush. And this should be followed by, the condition is ka, kha and papa. Okay, ka, kha and papa. So if this is followed, then this is what will happen. Okay, why give apratyayasya in the sutra?
Pratyayasya pare.
No, suppose you have the word, okay, agnihi karoti. It is not agnish karoti. It will be agnih karoti only. Why this is? Because that visarga which is there in agni is a part of the pratyaya. Okay, su, aujas. So that su, that visarga is a part of, or rather this is something which comes from a pratyaya, suffix. So whereas here this is not the case, and therefore this is how it will form. It will get formed. Okay. Now let me come to this now. So having explained that, the previous class question. Now look at this commentary. This commentary, page 20, line 6. Okay. Evameva purvaihi shukadibihi janakadibhischa jnataha ityarthaha. Katham jnataha? So in the previous class we were saying Atma dehadibhyaha bhinna iti jnataha. Prithakritya jnataha. Katham prithakritya jnataha? Kena prakareణ adhyatmayogena. See, adhyatmayogadhigamena devam matvadhiro harishashokau jahati. Now he is saying this is the method which has been followed by all the ancient seers. Evameva. It is only by following this path. Purvaihi. Purvaihi means Purvaihi Acharyaihi. Shukadibihi Janakadibhischa. So whether it is Shuka or Janaka, this is how they have understood the Atman. Jnataha ityarthaha. Now he further takes and then takes this argument further. Anena nastikabhimato dehatmavadaha karmathabhimataha bhoktrukartratmavadascha parastaha. Anena means anena prakarena. Okay. Anena nastikabhimataha dehatmavadaha. In fact, if we recall a couple of verses before, he touched upon both Nastikavada and Karmathavada. Right? So he is just recounting that. So by this process of analysis which we have taken you through these verses, Nastikabhimataha dehatmavadaha. Dehatmavadaha means, so this, see, the Sharira itself is Atma. Sharira itself is Atma. Nastikabhimataha dehatmavadaha karmathabhimataha. Karmathabhimataha means the position which is taken by मीमांसकाः कर्मठाभिमतः भोक्तृकर्त्रात्मवादश्च परास्तः. He further explains himself, and therefore I will just move on to the commentary further. Okay, katham uchyate. How do you say so? Katham uchyate. This is how you have to actually. This is not a good way of giving this punctuation mark. Okay, katham is the question. Uchyate. Okay, is the answer. Okay, if you ask me how, this is how it is. Okay, katham uchyate. Okay, it's not a right way of saying. Okay. Natavat dehaha atma. So he says, Natavat dehaha atma. Why? Dehadanyasyiva kartuhu bhoktuhu swapne upalabdhe. This is like, in the Nyaya Shastra, you have this prakriya. The prakriya is, it is a pratignya vachanam. And then we have the hetu vachanam. So this pratignya vachanam will be in the first case. Okay. Hetu vachanam will be in the fifth case. Okay. So you can see that style here. Natavat dehaha atma. This is the pratignya. Okay. What is the pratignya? So the body is not Atman. So there you should put a danda. Okay. Natavad dehaha atma. This is pratignya vachanam. Okay. Then he gives the reason. Dehat anyasyiva karturbhoktu swapne upalabdhe. Okay. Dehat anyasyiva kartuhu bhoktuhu swapne upalabdhe. This has to be a little bit elaborated. See, dehaha atma na. In fact, the most convincing argument which I distinctly remember is right at the beginning of Bhamati. Bhamati, he just starts the Purva Paksha like this. Do you have the experience that I have become very heavy? I am a heavy built person, right? Heavy built is the Sharira or is this Atma? Aham sthulaha. Aham sthulaha. So the Samanadhikaranya actually makes you feel. See, aham sthulaha. That you are the body. Aham krishaha. Even aham gacchami. So all these things basically give you the impression that this aham pratyaya is associated with Sharira. Okay. Aham pratyaya is aham pratyaya vishayaha yaha atma saha. This body is dehaha. This is how this gives us the impression. But then Bhamati Kara nicely asks, he says, he will say, he gives this very interesting sentence. Yoham balye pitaram anvabhavam soham idanim pranaptrun anubhavami. This is a statement. This is an experience for everybody, right? Yoham balye pitaram anvabhavam. This is a very interesting thing. See, when we were children, so I'm just recounting. We were school kids, myself and my sister. In the night, so we have only one room. So all the 4 or 5 will sleep in one single room. So my father, sometimes to make us sleep, so he will just put his hands on us and sometimes the leg on us. Now there will be a quarrel. So my father has to turn to my side. My sister will say, so he has to turn to her side. Okay? So for patting. So pitaram anvabhavam means, so I experienced some comfort. Right? I experienced some comfort. So yoham balye pitaram anvabhavam. Now this fellow says, soham pranaptrin anubhavami. So now he takes his grandson, his great grandson, and then kisses. Right? So now this aham pratyaya is the same. The aham pratyaya, so when you were just 35 kgs, so now you have become 75 kgs. Okay, this aham pratyaya is common. Yoham balye pitaram anubhavam, soham pranaptrin anubhavami. What does this experience? This is an experience of every individual self. So what does this experience make us understand? So this Bhamatikara will say, Pranaptrin anubhavami iti pratisandhanam nasyat. This pratisandhanam is pratyabhijna. So you recall some 50 years back, and then you are able to say this sentence, Yoham balye pitaram anubhavam soham pranaptrin anubhavami iti pratisandhanam nasyat. If this Sharira is the same as Atman, then the Sharira has completely changed. Okay? So he says, this sentence is very interesting. See, Nahi balasthavirayoho sharirayoho asti manadavi pratyabhijnana gandha. Balasthavirayoho sharirayoho. This is right at the beginning. See, very interesting discussion. Balasthavirayoho sharirayoho asti managapi pratyabhijnana gandha. Managapi means even an iota. Okay? Managapi pratyabhijnana gandha. Yena ekatvam adhyavasiyeta. Adhyavasiyeta means it will be confirmed. So ekatvam adhyavasiyeta, by which you will be able to see the unity between these two. Okay? No way. Therefore, he gives an interesting sentence. Tasmadyeshu yavartamaneshu yadanuvartate tattebhyo bhinnam yatha kusumebhyas sutram. It's an interesting statement. Okay? Tasmadyeshu yavartamaneshu. This I have memorized long back. Tasmadyeshu yavartamaneshu yadanuvartate tattebhyo bhinnam yatha kusumebhyas sutram. So now you think of the small garland. So you can say as garland. Poo or mada. Okay. So if you just take a flower that has been spun. So now the flowers are different, but there is a common thread which goes on. Okay, connecting all these flowers. So Vyavartamana means that which is different from one another. Okay. So the flowers are different from one another. Yad anuvartate means that which runs through all the flowers. Okay. So as things keep changing, there is one thing which keeps running through continuously. And the thing that runs through continuously is the string that is able to tie these flowers. Now he is saying, Yeshu vyavartamaneshu yad anuvartate, that which runs as the common thread is different from those things. Okay? So from the vyavartamana, this anuvartamana is different. Now bring that argument to your own Sharira. So, yeshu vyavartamaneshu. Okay, so the sharireshu vyavartamaneshu. So there has been a continuous evolution in the Sharira. Sharireshu Vyavartamaneshu Yad Anuvartate. What is one thing that runs commonly? This Aham Pratyaya. So whether you are at the age of 4 or 24 or 74, this Aham Pratyaya is common. Okay? So Yeshu Vyavartamaneshu means Sharireshu Vyavartamaneshu Yad Anuvartate. See, Tat Tebhyo Bhinnam. So therefore, this Aham Pratyaya is different from, rather I would put it this way, Aham Pratyaya Vishayaha. You understand? So there is a locus for this Aham Pratyaya. Aham Pratyaya is Jnana, it is a cognition. The locus for this cognition, which is what you call as I, is different from the Shariras. So tasmat tatha baladi sharireshu vyavartamaneshvi ahankaras padam anuvartamanam tebhyo bhidyate. This is how he takes the argument. The next step that he takes is taking us to Swapna Shariri. So that is what here Ramaraya does. Ramaraya here he says Dehat anyasyiva kartuhu bhoktuhu swapne upalabdhe. So let me read this Bhamati sentence itself for Swapna. He says, Apicha swapnante divyam sharira bhedamasthaya tadupachitan bhogan bhunjana eva pratibuddha manushya shariram atmanam pashyan Naham devo manushya iti deva sharire badhyamanepi ahamaspadam abadhyamanam sharirat bhinnam pratipadyate. He appeals to our own experience. It is a very interesting sentence. So here Ramaraya put it in a very short form. So Bhamatikara brings it in a poetic style. Swapnante. Swapnante means Swapna Madhye. Okay. Swapnante Swapna Madhye Divyam Sharira Bhedam Asthaya. So here the word Bheda is used in the sense of Vishesha. So many a times you will find the word Bheda used as Vishesha. Why? Let me tell you. Since you are a student of Nyaya, you are studying Tarka Sangraha. There is one entity which they call as Vishesha. How is it defined? Nitya Dravya Vittayo Visheshastu Ananta Eva. Okay. So there is one entity which is there which enables you to distinguish from the other entity. Understand? Even if there are two apples, two support are identical. So then also there is a something, Vishesha. So this Vishesha is what actually makes you differentiate one from the other. So Bhedaha Visheshat Jnayate. So therefore, sometimes we use the word Bheda to refer to Vishesha. Okay? Okay, so that is what I wanted to convey here. So, Divyam Sharira Bhedamasthaya. So, this fellow thought that he is a Deva. So, sometimes these children, they will say, so if you teach Ramayana to them, they will take a bow, I am Rama. See, they will start, right? So, and even in the Swapna, they may say, so now, Divyam Sharira Bhedam Asthaya. So in Swapna, suppose I think I am flying. Okay. So that is a different Sharira. So not with this. Divyam Sharira Bhedam Asthaya Tadupachitan Bhogan Bhunjanaha. So whatever that is, the content of the dream. So you experience certain things which is in concordance with the entity with which you are associated. Okay, so it can be place, it can be other things. Bhunjanaha eva pratibuddhaha. Tadak. Okay, he woke up. Manushya shariram atmanam pashyan. So noticing where he is. Naham devo manushya. What is it that I was thinking? Manushya. Iti deva sharire bhathyamane. Now you discard. See, deva sharire bhathyamane pi ahamaspadam abhathyamanam sharirat bhinnam pratipadyate. Now, why is he bringing this? One is in Jagrada Avastha. So, in Jagrada Avastha, so you know the Sharira. Now you go to Swapna Avastha. So, there also he is seeing. So, you take a different Sharira, you go to different places and then you build various things. But the experiencer is the same person. Ahamas padam abhathyamanam. So that is what is the most important thing. Now let us come back to this. So this sentence, Dehat anyasiva kartuhu bhoktuhu swapne upalabdhe. Okay. So Dehat anyasiva. Because you take a different sharira, you. So this is therefore he is different from that. Upalabdhe means this is the object of your cognition. So different from the sharira. Napi. Next. So here you have to put a danda. See. So see. Natavad dehaha atma dehadanyasiva kartar bhoktuhu swapne upalabdhe. Full stop. Then the next argument. Napi kartuhu bhoktuscha lingam. See. Manaindriyadyat makam atma. Up to that you have to remove that danda there. So there is a problem. Okay. Napi kartur bhoktuhu. See, there again ir is missing. Napi kartur bhoktuhu cha lingam manaindriyadyatmakam atma. There you have to give a pass. Why? He gives the reason later. Sushuptau akartuhu abhoktuhu alingasyeva atmanaha anandamayasya upalambhat. That is the hetu. Okay. Sushuptau again. See, there is a typo. So in these 2-3 sentences there are many mistakes. Okay. Napi kartuhu bhoktuhu cha lingam manaindriyadyatmakam atma. This you have to understand. So initially he said dehadanyaha atma. Now he is trying to say kartuhu bhoktuhu lingam manaindriyadyatmakam. What does it mean? Lingam means basically jnapakam. Okay. So lingam is basically jnapakam. In fact, so dhuma is described as a lingam. Lingam for Agni. Even in the normal lingam, okay, so Shivalinga. So it is basically a suchaka. Now jnapakam. Now jnapaka karanam is also referred to as lingam. Now here he is saying Manaindriyadyatmakam. Manaindriyadyatmakam means in the nature of Manaha, Indriya, etc. Okay. Manaindriyadyatmakam Atma. Usually we take this a group of entities as Linga Sharira in our discussions in Vedanta. There is something called Sthula Sharira. There is something called Sukshma Sharira. The Sukshma Sharira is basically a complex entity which involves Prana, Manaha, Indriyani and so on. Now he is referring to Mana Indriyadhyatmakam. So here you can understand this as this Kartuhu Bhoktuhu. See, you follow this sentence carefully. Kartuhu Bhoktuscha Lingam Mana Indriyadhyatmakam. When will this person be described as Karta? Suppose you are studying, suppose you are writing, suppose you are eating, suppose you are running. So all of them basically involve the activity of either all of them or some of them. Mostly some of them, a small subset of this Linga Sharira. When it is activated, you will describe this person as Karta. You will describe this person as Bhokta. Okay? So suppose you are taking a book and then you are doing some Parayana. Okay, Mantra Pushpa. So you do Atharva Shirsha Upanishad. Now there is a Vagindriya Vyapara. So there is a Chakshurindriya Vyapara. And now you are described as a person who is doing Vedic chanting. Okay? Parayana Karta. Right? So it is this activity of these which actually makes you a Parayana Karta now. So you invoke your eyes and you are just fixing it to the Bharatanatyam that is going on. Now you are Drashta. You listen to the music, so you are a Shrota. So these are all various aspects of Kartrutva which is associated with this person. Okay? So Shravanendriya, Manaha. So Manaha will be almost there everywhere. Okay? Similarly, when you want to describe someone as Bhokta, okay, again mind will be involved, certain other entities will be involved. Now these are basically the Linga, okay, Suchaka, that he is involved in this. So this is basically called as Linga. So you can understand it as a technical term which refers to the group of these entities, or you can also understand them to be the Nyapaka Karana of this Kartrutva Bhoktrutva. So he is just saying Kartru Bhoktuscha Lingam Mana Indriyadhyatmakam Atma. Neither them, see, nor the Indriyas, nor the mind, so which basically ascribe certain features to you, they can be described as Atma. Okay? Because you will say Ramah Pashyati. When will you say Ramah Pashyati? Ramaha Shrunoti. When his Indriya is engaged with that. But this is continuously going to change. Ramaha Pashyati. Ramaha Shrunoti. Ramaha Bhunjate. So everywhere you find this Rama. So the Indriya Vyapara varies, whereas this person is the common thread. So Yeshu Vyavartamaneshu Yadanuvartate Tattebhyo Bhidyate. Once again you can invoke the same logic. And therefore, neither the Indriya nor the mind can be called as Atman. Why? So he is taking us to the Sushupti Avastha now. In the Sushupti Avastha, what happens? Akartuhu, Abhoktuhu, Alingasyaiva Atmanaha Anandamayasya Upalambhat. Now you see, this is a very interesting statement that he makes. During the sleep, are you Karta? Are you Bhokta? No. So you are neither Karta, you are neither Bhokta. But then, Akartuhu, Abhoktuhu, Alingasya. So Alingasya means, so there is nothing which can be associated, tagged to you, by which you can be described as Karta or Bhokta. Okay, you are sort of delinked from all these Indriya activities and the activities of the mind. and the activities of the mind. Alingasyeva, but you cannot say that this entity does not exist. This Purusha does not exist. Alingasyeva Atmanaha. So then he is actually Anandamaya. Anandamayasya Upalambhat. Upalambhat means you are able to cognize. You are able to cognize this person as Anandamaya even during Sushupti when all the Linga Sharira are dissociated. Okay? So this is what he is saying. Now, this is the statement. Yadyapi Sushuptau. Now the question that is being asked is, when do I recognize as Anandamaya? The question is, Yadyapi Sushuptau Nakasyapyupalambhaha Tathapi. Yadyapi Sushuptau, once again, there is a mistake. Yadyapi Sushuptau, it should be not Sushuptaha. Yadyapi Sushuptau Nakasyapyupalambhaha Tathapi Sushupti Sakshi Kaschidasti iti avashyam abhyupeyaha. Why? Okay, there you can put a comma. Utthita smarananyatha anupapattehe. If this person is not at all witnessing this, then this cognition that comes. See? So suppose I ask you, this is a general question that we ask, did you have good sleep? Yes, I had a good sleep. Otherwise you will say I had a disturbed sleep. Okay? So this good sleep when I was sukhamhamaswapsam nakinchidavedisham. Okay? So this is a statement which is commonly quoted. Okay? Sukhamhamaswapsam nakinchidavedisham. Okay? Whatever that happened, I didn't know. Okay? Nakinchidavedisham. So here he is reminding us of that anubhava. Okay? So he is saying, Sushupti Sakshi means the one who witnesses. He does not have cognition then, but the one who witnesses is the one who runs through, even through the Sushupti Avastha. And therefore he is saying, Yadyapi Sushuptau Nakasyapi Upalambha. During the Sushupti Avastha you do not have any cognition. Tathapi Sushupti Sakshi Kaschidasti. So there is one witness even during Sushupti. Iti avashyam abhyupeyaha. You may have to accept that. Why? Utthita smarananyatha anupapattehe. Utthita smarananyatha anupapattehe means uthitasya smaranam. Okay? Uthitasya smaranam. So this is smaranam. The smaranam is impossible unless there is a cognition prior to that. Okay? Sukhamhamaswapsam nakinchidavedisham is a smaranam. So, utthita smaranasya anyathanupapattehe. This anyathanupapatti is an interesting pramana. Okay, now let me just give you, I am reminded of an interesting verse. So this, you repeat the verse. Anyathanupapattischet. 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 Asti vastu prasadhika. Asti vastu prasadhika. Asti vastu prasadhika. Pinashtya vaimatyam. Pinashti adrishti vaimatyam. Pinashtya vaimatyam. Pinashtya vaimatyam. Saiva sarva baladhika. Saiva sarva baladhika. Saiva sarva baladhika. So this will be invoked. See, in many judgments, I am sure. Our judge would have invoked this. So this is a very interesting verse which says, Vastu prasadhika means you want to prove something. Okay? So we want to prove something. Vastunaha prasadhika. Prakarshena sadhayati iti prasadhika. Okay? Firmly establishes. Let me tell you, there was an instance in our house. So many people will come and dwell in our place. Okay? So various kinds of people, sometimes students, sometimes old people, all kinds of. So once, some very important small boy, the son of somebody, associated with some very important person. So we were requested to host him for some time in our house, for 2-3 months. We just in teenagers, early teenage boy. So once something was missing, okay, in our house. So from the puja shelf. So then we were just thinking, how did it get missed? So in a few hours we found that it is missing. So now we know only this fellow was there in our house. So what will you infer? Right? So there is no other option, nobody came. So my mother said, nobody came here, it was only this boy. So I had gone out, my father had gone out, my sister had gone to school. So the conclusion was very simple. So this is anyathanupapatti, that is all. So you cannot justify that vessel missing, small vessel missing, okay, in the puja, okay, silver or gold, whatever, missing from the puja shelf. Only this fellow is there in house. So it is anyathanupapatti. Adrishti means, how will you know? You did not see him taking. So you can, none of them is going to be helpful. So this is anyatha anupapadyate, means this cannot be explained by any other means. Okay, that itself is pramana. Anyatha anupapattischet asti vastu prasadhika. So it says, Pinashti adrishti vaimatyam. Adrishti vaimatyam means, because I have not seen, I will not be able to say. So that will be completely knocked off by this. Saiva sarvabalahika. That is the most powerful thing. See? So which will be used in order to prove something. So that is what he is trying to say. Anyathanupapatte. So this smarana cannot be explained. So you know how smarana occurs. So here again it is a smarana. So smarana does not happen without having anubhava. So there should be some anubhava. So if not by this tool, that linga sharira, so there is someone else who has been sort of witnessing, and that is the person who has been running through, and therefore this anyathanupapatti pramana helps in understanding a person whom we describe as sakshi. Okay? Sushupti sakshi kaschidastiti avashyam abhyupeyaha uttita smarananyathanupapatte. Now, once again, saushuptam, it should be saushuptam. Okay? Not soshuptam. The next sentence. Napi saushuptam tamayeva atma. Saushuptam tamaha, let us consider it as atma. Some fellow says. Saushuptam tamaha means the ignorance that is there. Saushuptam tamayeva atma. That is not possible. Tasya jadatvat. Tat sakshinaha anyasya sattvacha. Tat sakshinaha anyasya sattvat means nakinchid avedisham. Sukhamaham aswapsam is one thing. Nakinchid avedisham is another thing. Okay? So therefore he is saying tat sakshinaha anyasya sattvacha tasmat sattvacha. There should be a full stop. Okay? Not comma. Sattva tasmat. Therefore you make the conclusion. What is the conclusion? Akar अकर्तृभोक्तृ सर्वसाक्षी चैतन्यम ब्रह्मैव आत्मा इति. So this Atma is Akarta, Abhokta, Sarvasakshi Chaitanyam. Okay, the witness in the form of conscious. So Brahmaiva Atma, Ayameva Dehadibhyaha Sakashat Atmanaha Prithakkarana Prakaraha. Again, there should be a full stop. So now he is saying, this is the way to actually try to understand how this Atman, this is the Prakriya. See, Ayameva Dehadibhyas Sakashad Atmanaha Prithakkarana Prakaraha. Prithakkarana Prakaraha means the logic by which you will be able to understand that this conscious being is something which is of a completely different nature so than any of the mind body sense complex. Prithakkarana Prakaraha. Now he is saying, Uktaschayam Bhashyakaraihi. Bhashyakara should be only Bhagavad Pada Shankara. Uktaschayam Bhashyakaraihi. Shloka, you repeat now. Naham deho nindriyanyantarangaha. Naham deho nindriyanyantarangaha. Naham deho nindriyanyantarangaha. Nahankarah pranavargo na buddhi. Nahankarah pranavargo na buddhi. Nahankarah pranavargo na buddhi. Darapatya kshetra vittadiduraha. Darapatya kshetra vittadiduraha. Darapatya kshetra vittadiduraha. Sakshi nityah pratyagatma shivoham. Sakshi nityah pratyagatma shivoham. Sakshi nityah pratyagatma shivoham. Naham deho nindriyanyantarangaha. Basically, it is a paraphrase of the kind of discussion that he made in the previous sentences. Naham dehaha. This is a very simple verse to understand. Na indriyani. I am neither the physical body, nor am I the sense organs. Nantarangaha. Nor am I the mind. Okay, the internal instrument. Nahankaraha. Nor am I the ego. Pranavargaha. Okay, so any of the pancha pranas. Na buddhi. Na intellect. So similarly, Darapatya kshetra vittadiduraha. So all these are basically associated with the Sharira in some form or other form. But the other entities with whom I also try to identify at various points, Dara means spouse, see, Apatya, children, Kshetra, see, the land that I possess, Vitta, the different forms of wealth, Duraha means far away from that anyway. They are different entities. Darapatya kshetra vitta diduraha sakshi nityaha. So then who are you? See, nityaha sakshi pratyagatma shivoham. See, I am that Shanta Purusha, see, who is able to witness all these. Okay, pratyagatma shivoham. Okay, we'll stop here. Om सर्वे पशिखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्.